vessel of beginningless and endlessness. It's the path of practice that shows the way. Thank you.
Evergreen Brick Works for the Spring Autumn Show, Spring 2018, and I am here with Jennifer, also known as Space Kitty. Jennifer, tell me about your artwork.
I've been painting since I was a little girl, but I lost track of it for a while, and I was talked into taking an art class by a friend. It's a different kind of class where instead of teaching you how to do improve your technique, they teach you instead how to, they give you a brief and then you just do what you want with it. And that just lit my mind up. And after a little while, you know, practicing and getting back into it, I started to get a whole bunch of ideas. And a little while ago, I started painting the Space Kitty paintings, which are, I'm not unaware they're a little silly, but it's a way of, I started with the Muppets Pigs in Space, if I'm honest. And I thought, well, if there can be pigs in space, why can't there be kittens in space? Yeah. And what came out of it was this idea that really what I'm doing is self-portraits of myself if I were my cat and an astronaut at the same time. But it's basically about being a person alone in the universe just trying to make their way. But the picture you're seeing is of this rather silly 18-month-old kitten who's wearing ridiculous outfits.
That's okay. Well, I know a lot of people who dress their dogs up, and I have a cat myself, and sometimes I can get a hat on her head or something like that every once in a while. But you have to remember, like, you got to think that Hello Kitty, how that started. You know, so maybe Space Kitty is the way to go, you know? I mean, do you have any plans for, like, maybe do any kind of a comic, or will you do an ongoing series of Space Kitty?
Yeah, there definitely is an ongoing series of Space Kitty. Here on show tonight, there's 3 pieces. Yeah. There's another 4 in my house right now. It's definitely a series, and I thought, one of my friends suggested, looked at the pictures and went, oh, this would make an amazing children's book. And not in the theme of, not children because children are immature, but in that sense of, it's kind of stealth feminist, right? She's a female astronaut alone piloting her ship in the world. I mean, that's a pretty obvious metaphor.
Every woman's dream, every princess' dream. That's wonderful.
You know.
And what I really like, though, is the fact that everything is all accessible. Like, you're not very expensive, and I think that really, you know, that really helps with people who want to buy art, especially if it's accessible, you know. So, now, do you have anything coming up in the future? Is there an exhibition that's happening that we don't know about besides here?
Yeah, I don't have a date for it yet, but I think there's going to be a solo exhibition later in the year focused on the Space Kitty theme. So I'm going to be painting a whole lot more Space Kitty adventures between then and now, because I would really like, I think there's something really appealing about the character. Everybody who's seen it, when I first painted the first one, like tons of people I'd never met, looked at that and their eyes lit up. I just saw them like, and I thought, oh, I'm onto something here. You know, I'm doing something that I enjoy, but that also seems to make people feel good. And that pleased me, because even though there is darkness in a lot of the pieces, it's not the most obvious thing in the pieces. And there's something lovely about lighting up people's imaginations with the work that you do. I really enjoy that.
And you know what? And I think that's the most important part about art, especially because art is in the eye of the beholder, obviously, and everybody's going to have their own way of viewing it and appreciating it. But I think that's what I love about your artwork, is that's exactly what you said. It makes you warm and fuzzy. It makes you friendly. Now, do you have a website?
I do. My website is www.radfordmakesart.com. In fact, that's my handle on everything, Radford Makes Art.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful, and I hope that you're going to let us know when you've got this solo exhibition of it. And so you are a Toronto-based artist. That's absolutely wonderful. Jennifer, thank you very much. Now, do you have any words of wisdom for anybody who is maybe up and coming and thinking about becoming an artist, especially the young princesses with their kitty cats?
Anyone who wants to try it should try it. Not because you're necessarily going to be successful, but we spend a lot of time thinking we can't do things because people have told us we can't do things. Right. The best way to find out if you can do it is just to do it. I didn't know that I could paint until I kept working at it, and then I discovered that I could paint, and then I started to find that I had my own ideas about things that made people happy. It's not about being what somebody else thinks you should be. Right. If you're an artist, you may or may not make money, but you should be painting the things that have meaning to you, because that's going to make you feel good about what you're doing. And it's probably going to connect with other people. In my experience, that's how it works.
You know what? I think those are the best words that I could have heard in a long time. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And I can't wait to see more of Space Kitty.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jennifer.
I don't know what I want to do.
What do you think of the exhibition?
Beautiful.
Enjoying it?
I'm into the hashtag free the nipple.
Are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying the show. It's wonderful, and lots of great artists here today.
Have you bought anything?
Not yet, no.